Hey guys, CDTVThaG here, and the G, of course, stands for gallbladder. I'm like 80 videos in, and at this point I can't even remember what G's I've used and haven't used before, but I don't think I've used that one. I think that's new. And today, I'm going to be reacting to the new song from Logic that just dropped called OCD featuring Dwn2earth. I don't know how to feel going into this one because I don't want to assume too much before I go into it, but before I've listened to this track, how I'm feeling right now is kind of like Logic should have, the best thing for him to do rather would be to take a break from music after Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, because if you've been watching my reactions to Logic's recent stuff, you'll know my opinions on his music. Man, he's just not saying anything again, which is that his music has just been declining in quality recently in terms of the lyricism, his subject matter, how he handles that subject matter, all that kind of stuff. And I've been feeling that way since Everybody, so it's been like a kind of long, just downward spiral in my opinion. And Confessions was really like the peak, or I guess the lowest part of that. After that, I was kind of hoping Logic would take a little bit of time off and we wouldn't get any more music from him for the rest of 2019, but this could be a great song. I don't know yet, obviously, because I haven't heard it. That's why this is my first reaction. But that's just how I felt when I saw this one announced, at least. I was thinking to myself, like, I can't even really get excited for new Logic music at this point. But I felt pretty similar about Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the single, and that was really great. So let's hope this is something similar, and then let's hope the album that this comes from, which I'm assuming will be No Pressure, let's hope that's amazing too. So, Logic, OCD, featuring Dwn2earth. Let's do it. Take it as Dwn2earth. Or it's Logic doing his icy vocals. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay. Completely different vibe to what I was expecting so far. This Dwn2earth guy has a really nice way of delivering his vocals with that kind of high-pitched falsetto style of vocals. You know, it gives me a very like The Weeknd / Sway Lee type of feel to it, but he's got his own kind of distinguishable sound to it, I feel like. And it just sounds really goddamn smooth. Dwn2earth making a really good first impression on this track.
Time is undefeated.
Okay, Logic.
My daddy, my mama, myself, we all destined to fall. Put yourself first, don't worry about the worst. But when you in this position, it's hard to make selfish decisions. But what about the rest, my team? They good and all, but I mean, if I disappear from the scene, then what's gonna happen? But all that's running through my mind is bottom lines and decimals. So focused on the brand, sometimes forget about the man. 99% of these people will never understand supply and demand, cause I'm in the public eye. They think they know who I am.
Nice first verse from Logic there too. And one thing I noticed that I'm very happy about is I didn't notice any filler bars there, which have been in Logic's music a lot recently. If you watch the 10 Worst Logic Lyrics video that my twin CDTV Productions made,
definitely my twin,
then you'll know that like one of the biggest issues was the filler bars that have just dominated a lot of his lyricism recently. But on this song, there was none of that, and I feel like he was actually speaking pretty well on the topic that he wanted to speak about. Like, it sounded like something that was close to his heart, rather than him kind of trying to force a message, which I feel like a lot of his recent songs do sound like. This one doesn't. And I also like how this one actually kind of successfully flips around what the hook is, because the hook's talking about, you know, being successful, having nice shoes, driving nice cars. The hook is definitely more kind of flexy than Logic's verses, which are a lot deeper, but I feel like they complement each other nicely with how they kind of contrast. The hook's kind of talking about the rise, and then the verses are talking about the struggle from Logic.
Can I have a picture? They don't give a damn. Don't even say hello, or like, can I get one for the gram? That's when I be like, fuck no, but you can shake my hand.
Obviously, I get that. It's natural for people that are fans of artists to want to take a picture with them, because in a lot of fans' minds, they kind of elevate artists to this untouchable level, and it's like, when they see them, they feel like, oh my god, this is the only opportunity I'll ever get to meet this person. I want to get a photograph with them. But here, Logic makes a good point. He's like, if that's the first thing you come up, you don't even say hello, you don't even treat him like a person, basically. He's gonna be like, no, you can't take a picture. And that's something that is understandable. It can make you feel dehumanized in a way, that people only want to come up to you to take pictures with you as if you're some type of interesting object. Completely understandable point of view, especially, again, from someone that's in the position that he's in. Just a little side note, if you do see me in public and want to take pictures with me, that's fine. I've taken pictures with people that have recognized me before. I'm not saying that this line is how I feel when I get approached in public, and obviously, again, like I said, it's a much smaller scale for me. It's not my views, but if I take a second to picture what it must be like in Logic's shoes, it makes sense.
You disappointed, I can read your body language like a paragraph. Logic, yeah, that's cool and all, but I much prefer a photograph. I mean, can I have a photograph? They'd rather snap a pic with you to get more likes than usual than have a conversation back in the basement with no basement. Couldn't never fathom talking to my favorite rapper that way.
Another point where I got to pause it to talk about the song. Logic is talking about things on here, and I really like that. See, this is the part I don't get. Logic is literally saying on a verse here that he'd rather have fans approach him and just talk to him, rather than the first thought in their mind being taking a picture, just because that's going to get them a little bit more clout on social media, and their friends might be like, oh my god, that's so crazy, you met this person. That's pretty cool for him to say, because it's not like he's brushing off fans entirely with this verse. It's not like he's saying, oh, don't talk to me, don't ever approach me. He's just saying it would be much better to have a conversation, have a normal human conversation, rather than just have people coming up taking pictures with them because that's all they want to do. And honestly, I think that's a pretty cool standpoint from Logic, actually. If I ever met him, I'd much rather have a conversation with Logic than take a picture with Logic. That's what, as a fan, I would much rather personally do. I feel like he's expressing his thoughts really well on his struggles with the fame side of things. This track is actually very similar to the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind intro track, which also talked kind of about that, the darker side of fame and social media, and how because he's such a big artist, it's very stressful for him. This is like a similar thing. Really love this so far. This is great. Couple of the best Logic verses I've heard of recent times. This is really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. And that really smooth hook just brings it all around, man. Like, sonically, it's an amazing track, too. Who produced this? This beat is nice, too. Produced by Six, of course. What a legend.
Social media may cause depression.
I don't like how happily she said that. Just hearing Thalia on that track gave me a massive throwback to Under Pressure, which, you know, No Pressure is a sequel to, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the first single from No Pressure. This is one of the best Logic songs to come out this year. He keeps doing this to me, man. I said I wasn't excited about new Logic music at the start before I listened to the song, and now I just can't wait for more. I really want to hear No Pressure. If this is an indication, please this time be an indication of what the album is going to be like, then I'm going to be so happy. I've expressed this a lot before, but personally, I don't feel like Logic is really the best at telling stories from other people's perspectives. But when he's telling his own stories and talking about his own struggles and things that he personally is dealing with, I think he's really good at that, and I think it sounds like that's what inspires him the most when he's writing songs, because it's something that he's internalized and personally feels. It's much easier to put that on a page. It's good for him to not be afraid to give his perspective on fans, because I feel like a lot of fans, there's some that would definitely be upset if you told them they couldn't get a picture with you and you just said no. They'd be like, oh wow, you're so generous, well, I didn't read my picture. As if, you know, they were entitled to a picture in the first place. But Logic doesn't seem fazed about that in here. He just laid it out bare, like, if you approach me in public, don't ask for a picture, don't make that the first thing you come up and ask me for, just come and talk to me as a man, you know, like, talk to me as a human, as a person. While that's not a new topic, I think he still managed to cover it in a very interesting way here and really put himself into this track. Not a single one of those filler bars that I don't like from Logic. Not really any repetition. If there was repetition, there was like a point to it. There are zero things that I can complain about on this track. Zero things that I dislike about it from my first listen. Dwn2earth was a phenomenal feature, and if you can do like super smooth, perfect, like high-pitched vocals, that always gets me. That always gets me. Goddamn, I'm looking forward to the next single from No Pressure now. He's lured me back in. I'm gonna be replaying this song a hell of a lot. I think it's a phenomenal song. Like I said, one of the best Logic songs of this year and probably last year as well. Great stuff. Loved it. So guys, I'm just pretty amazed at the end of this, like how much I loved that track. So what did you guys think of OCD by Logic featuring Dwn2earth? Let me know down in the comments below. Did you love it as much as I did? Or did you not like it so much? Of course, you can follow me on all my social media under the name CDTV Productions. That's on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys all in the next video. This is your boy, CDTVThaG, signing out.